I'm getting the thumbs up, so it looks like we're all good. To answer Gilly's question about, so yeah, as Gilly mentioned, Uprising is my favorite faction, probably in the whole game. Greege, I used to love Greege. I still love Greege. I'm not going to say I used to. I think Greege are still my favorite thematically. But yeah, Uprising, probably my favorite to play. But I picked Horizon's Wrath partially because the first Uprising faction it's really fun. It's really cool. It is a little bit more on the confusing side as far as like to present. It sort of has a special gimmick for that, as a lot of our scenarios do. But it definitely can be a confusing thing to watch, especially if people are like jumping in. They might be like, wait, why are these units walking on water and doing all these different things? So I figured this one is a lot more of a viewer-friendly experience if you're just jumping in. That being said, I'm a little nervous because I did play through all of these back during playtesting. They are beatable. You can beat all of these with getting all 3 objectives. But it's been a while, and Horizon's Wrath isn't my strongest faction. So I'm a little worried if I were to lose a scenario, it might be today. So to contrast that with last time where I sort of gave almost a tutorial on suggestions on how to approach like the Brawn in 1 scenario, this is not going to be that. So maybe I'll give you some ideas if you've ordered a copy of this and you're waiting for it. Maybe it can give you a good frame of reference on where to approach it. Who knows? Maybe I will win. We'll find out. And so I do have YouTube chat open as well. So if you have any questions, there is a little bit of a delay. So I'll try and answer them as I see them. But yeah, so this is the scenario it's set up. The objectives for this scenario. So it's always important to remember, in order to beat a scenario, you do only need to complete 1 objective. So you do not need to go for all 3. Sometimes, especially if things aren't looking so good, it might be better to just try and complete 1 and the scenario. So for this one, we need to defeat the air fortress gate with a cannonball. So if you're not familiar with Horizon's Wrath, they are an airship. So they actually have 4 different cannons on the side of the ship, and they can launch cannons all the way across. And it's the only thing in the game that can actually go over like these spaces. So you pretty much just draw lines, and it will hit whatever is along that path, including your own things. So that's a objective where I have to defeat the air fortress gate using a cannonball, which means I need to first get rid of this lifeboat, as well as this whole stack, which is Keem perched atop a spire. And then the next objective is defeat the air fortress gate while there are no spires in play, which means I can't have any spires on the board, and I have to wipe out all of the enemy spires as well. And then the last one, and this is sort of the special scenario gimmick, I guess to call it, is to return all 5 source capsules to my fortress. And so for the source capsules, we're using these, and this is all talked about in the setup. You use 5 Nerora units as the source capsules, and they're essentially treated like items that heroes can go and pick up. They are not units in any way, so those are just chips. Chips that are provided in the base game, so you don't have to worry about, like, you can play all of this with just the base game and the Horizon's Wrath faction expansion. So we just wanted to use chips that people have access to. So those are the 3 objectives. And let's see, I just want to make sure there's anything else before I get started. We skipped the market phase, so you'll notice I don't have a market set up. That one is skipped for this scenario. And I think I can go ahead and get started. Alright, so first things first, I get to roll the event die. So again, I got a 2. Alright, so this one, this is the perfect one to get for wave 1. Increase your cannonball die by 1, and increase the air fortress gate health by 1 with a maximum of 10. So that's a really good event to get in these early waves before you've done any damage, because then pretty much it just increases your cannonball die. All right. Okay. I should probably... Okay, so for the build phase, there's... so this is one of those scenarios where there is no income. So all of the source you get for the scenario is going to be from clearing enemies. Alright, and then for my build phase, I get to add an upgrade of my choice at no cost to any of my spires, ignoring upgrade capacity. So that sounds really good, and that is good, but it's important to remember that one of these objectives, we have to have cleared all of the spires from the entire board, including my own. One thing that is nice for this scenario, I can use my own heroes to attack my own spires. I do not receive any rewards or level ups or upgrades for destroying them, though, so it's purely like just to get them off the board. So if you're not able to have the enemies take them out, you can use your own heroes to take them out. Alright, and then the enemy is going to be throwing at upgraded Harrier, and Joust, all ungrouped. Alright, there we go. So I get 5 CP, so I'm going to get my starting hero, Mistbane. And I think... So one of the things that the Horizon's Wrath have are these swabbies. They are 0 CP. However, when they die, you lose them for good, unless you spend 2 source. And when they die, they're able to upgrade other minions on the board. So that's how the Horizon's Wrath get their upgraded minions. So they're cheap, they're free as far as CP goes, but you do need to spend source if you want to get them back. So it can be a little risky, especially in the early waves. I can usually be okay if I lose one in wave 1, so I am going to take one. Thing is, do I want to put it on top of my Corsair or not? No, I'm going to put it out in front. I'm going to see how that goes. Because I know those Harriers are going to just wipe it out anyway, so. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's not Vanilla Coke Zero. No, it's not. It's Mountain Dew Zero. I'm sorry. I betrayed you. But it's really good, and it's what we have in the office, so. Okay. Alright, so for wave 1, Air's get to go first. Okay. Now at the start, so at the start or end of my turn during the onslaught phase, I can choose to shoot a cannon. I started the objective. It gives you, normally you have to purchase these, but for this scenario, it gives it to you for free. But you can purchase these cannons to be able to actually fire the cannonballs. But I'm not going to shoot anything just yet, especially because when you fire a cannon, you roll a Spire attack die, which means it can always be very risky to try and attack anything with a fortification upgrade, like a Spire with a fortification upgrade, just because you have to get a 2 in order to damage it. So I'm not going to try and go for that lifeboat just yet. Okay. Alright, so here we go. 2, 1. Oh, I should have had Mistbane go first, because then I could have gotten out there. That's okay. So you'll notice that this plank chip is, so you're, as opposed to other fortresses, you start 1 hex back, and then this plank chip is sort of the choke point. And there are actually ways that Horizon's Wrath can remove that plank, sometimes taking out enemies that are trying to attack you, which can be quite entertaining, I'll say the least. Alright. Okay, so they have Quick Strike, so that one's going to attack that. Alright. I am going to have the lifeboat attack that Harrier. air clipper attack the same area. Okay. So I get one source. Alright, back to me. Let's see, does he have... Yeah, he's stuck. Okay. Alright, so Harrier goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so quick strike. It can kill the Swabby. It's going to go for the Swabby. I do not have 2 source, so I do unfortunately lose that Swabby. But then I do get to promote my Corsair, which has capture, so that's good. Okay, so that inspires. Okay, lifeboat first. Oh, these spiders are probably going to take out the Harrier. There we go. That's another source there. Okay. My turn. Okay, can't do anything just yet. Alright, it's got quick strike, so it's going to attack that. There's the lifeboat, nothing. Air clipper. There you go. Oh, perfect. That means I'll be able to take it out. Alright. So then back to me. Okay. I am going to take a look at this, though. That's a little too risky for me to reveal just yet. So I am going to attack. That's for 2. And oh, I get to capture it. There we go. All right. And that is... Okay, so Keem just sort of sits there. Keem does not move. However, it is still considered a unit, which is really nice. Because we both still have units on the board, I can still get some stuff done with Mistbane. Alright. So they don't have any, they just have Keem. Keem stays put. 2, 3. Alright, am I in range of that? No, not yet. But I am going to take a look at this. Ooh. I'm going to wait 1 turn so I can reveal it to try and hopefully do more damage against the opposing minions. Alright, so I'm not in range of anything yet. It's like I am playing solo and talking to myself. I'm sorry. I will try and talk to you all more. If you have any questions, please, I'd be happy to answer. So, I'm just trying to also like narrate what I'm doing, just because if people aren't totally sure, if they either haven't played this game before or haven't really studied how Horizon's Wrath works from like our updates or gotten a chance to playtest it, hopefully it can give people an idea of how they work. But yes, I am playing solo. Okay. Alright, so my turn again. Goes there. And then, so the way this works is I can pick up as many source capsules as I want. However, each source capsule reduces my movement by 1. So it does really slow me down. So I am going, so obviously if I pick up 3, then I can't move at all. I'm going to pick up 2. And just going to check how it's phrased here. Oh, okay. So it's at the end of my movement, but I must forego attacking. So I could have done that last turn. So I'm going to just say I did that last turn, and none of you are going to tell on me. Unless you are, but... Okay. Alright, I do not have... So, in which case then, I will get that one movement. Alright, so Corsair gets attacked from the minaret. For 1. And... Okay, there you go. Keem cannot attack. When a Swabby attacks a unit with fair fight, do they just have a slapping contest and then walk away? That's a really good question, actually. I think we have talked about that before. I think they do just have a slapping fight and walk away, which is hilarious to me. I mean, hey, I mean it's a fair fight, so like I guess the what is that on the I can't remember what the name of that landmark chip is that has fair fight. But I guess it's sort of like the Swabby comes up to it, slaps it, and the guy's like, well, I mean, obviously we're not fighting to the death here, so I'm going to just slap you back. Just a friendly slap fight, I guess. Alright, so Corsair gets to attack, removes the fortification. And I did that. Okay. So now, me again. Just move him 1. Alright. Oh, hopefully the Corsair doesn't die here. Because rigging allows my... Yeah, I think it is the Bounty Hunter. Rigging allows me to use... I can take a Horizon's Wrath hero, step onto that chip. It actually sends me back to the fortress, which is where I need to take these source capsules. It removes the spire from the board. And so obviously it's the best way to get those chips back. So, but if my Corsair dies here, then we're going to go into Campfire. So hopefully my Corsair can live through this, but it's not looking good at all. Alright. So it goes there. I'm going to have the Minaret go first. For 1. Just hopefully I don't roll a 2 here. Yes! Oh my gosh. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm going to have the Corsair. I'm going to have it take up that one. One look at Vasily, and you would know that a slapping... I'm at a lot. I don't know who Vasily is, so I apologize. But that's coming from us, so. I can go into Campfire once the Corsair dies, because if only heroes are on the board, then they both go into Campfire. It's once all the minions are gone from both sides. It's more complicated. There's a few more. But yes, I will go into Campfire once the Corsair is dead, because then it's only the 2 heroes, and the heroes don't just get to keep playing forever. So I took that out. Mistbane is going to move there. This goes back to here. Oh, yeah, oh, sorry. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yes, technically it's not Campfire if the wave just ends. You're right. Campfire is when the heroes stop moving, but other things are still going on. That would be if Keem wasn't there, and it was just Mistbane and Corsair. If they have no more units, Mistbane would go into Campfire, and then the Corsair would continue. So yes, you're right. I got Campfire with wave ends mixed up. Good call. So Keem now actually does get to attack because the Corsair is in range. Just going to attack the Corsair for 1. And then I get to hit for 2. And that's why I brought the Corsair. Now, technically, I could have even used Riposte, I think. Yeah, but no, I'm not going to wait because Miss Bane can't come out again anyway. So, all right, close there. Yeah, no surprise there. Corsair's dead. Okay. All right, so that's the end of wave 1. So I already did get 2 of these chips back, which is huge. Because that's probably, especially with how narrow the path is there, that can be a quite hard objective to get. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next event die. So now we are into wave 2. 5. Okay, add a range upgrade to Keem, ignoring her upgrade capacity. I made a mistake. That should have been flipped over, in which case I would not have been able to. Okay, I thought that she was doing a little too little damage. Okay, in which case my Corsair would not have been able to withstand that, thus not be able to retaliate. That should have been the only change, though. All right. Okay, so now 0 source, skip the market. I can add another chip to one of my spires. I am going to add an attack chip here to the air clipper. All right. Hey, yes, this is why I love capture in solo, and this is why Gilly hates me using capture in solo. So they deploy upgraded Harrier, upgraded Joust, and upgraded Joust. But because I have captured a Joust, they don't get to deploy that. Now, I believe capture, you can have a maximum of 3 minions captured from each faction at a time. That didn't actually used to be a rule. And it wasn't until I started playing the base game where I was trying to capture almost every unit that came out. And it got to the point where, like, waves 3 and 4 for the campaigns, there were, like, they couldn't deploy any minions. And so they're like, all right, we gotta find a way to limit that. I do miss those days. Just kidding, the game's a lot better for it. But all right, so I get 7 CP. Okay, I'm gonna take out Trex Tail. 2, 3, 4. And then I am going to deploy a Powder Monkey with a Swabby on top. But before that, I am going to purchase Stowaways, which makes it so now I can purchase a Swabby back for only 1 source instead of 2. That is in the hold. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to have both the heroes go first on top of the Swabby. All right, wave 2, I get to go first. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. I was going to reveal that, wasn't I? Dang it. All right. All right, no spires. Back to me. Okay, I'm going to go see what this swamp is. I'll be able to get there. swamp. Grail wasps, yeah. Alright. Not in range of any spires. I can deal 2 damage to take that out right away. Get the 3 source. And I get an upgrade. Ooh, what do I want? I think I'll go with attack. That's always a safe option. Alright. Them. Okay. Get to actually use the air clipper here. Oh man, that's a bummer. Now, one thing to notice about Mistbane is, so Mistbane actually doesn't have any upgrade capacities. So when he gets a last hit, he'll just flip over, which he actually has the same stats, except for he gains the Pistolier, which is a really good skill. It allows him to attack from an extra hex away. And then it's a little bit more than just range, though. So Pistolier, when attacking this unit, may attack an opposing unit 2 hexes away. If it does, flip this unit to its other side and remove an upgrade of choice, of course. And that's because other units have Pistolier as well, so that's why it doesn't make sense to have the remove an upgrade if he can never have an upgrade. But we just using the same text, so it covers other ones. So he never has to remove an upgrade because he never has an upgrade. But what's nice about Pistolier is you flip over before applying the damage, which means if you get a kill with it, you can actually then flip him back over. So you can keep using that. So it is a really good skill if you can keep getting last hits with it. But in this situation, normally with other heroes, I might want to go for that just to get that Harrier out and get the upgrade. But Mistbane, I'm going to focus more on the objective right now. Let's see. Yeah, I better go all the way, even if I could maybe get that. Go there. And then Trax Tail. Oh, I hope I don't regret doing this. I am going to take this out just because I want a clear shot so I can start using my cannons. But hopefully not having Trax Tail on the field here isn't going to be too bad. Alright. So then I will pick up... Ooh, I probably don't want to pick up... I'm going to just pick up 1 this time because I don't have the lifeboat to get back, so... Alright. So then they go. Harriers makes... It won't go there because it does need to make that forward progress. Alright, so Joust will get a quick strike there. And then I am going to... I'm going to roll against the... I'm going to roll against this Harrier because I don't want that. I want that Harrier to take out my Swabby. Yes, yeah, Center Isle Mark brings up a good point about Pistolier. It's important to realize that it isn't air defense. We did, one of the things with the new update of Cloudspire is we did split out air defense and range to make sure they are 2 separate talents. So now if, like before, if an enemy or if a unit had range, it automatically get to attack flying units. Now they are separated into 2 separate skills. Almost all of the units that had range now have both. But there is one in Uprising that has just range, but not air defense. Is the PDF for Horizon's Wrath reference sheet available? I don't think so, not yet. That is something we'll be putting up on the website once we actually once copies go out and it's officially been released. But yes, we will make all of that available on the website. I do believe on one of our Kickstarter updates, the most recent one, or no, not the most recent one, a few back, we posted like the updated rulebook, I think a PDF of that. So if you're interested in checking out some of those new, like the text and the new way things are formatted, a lot of that should be available in those updates. All right. So then this Harrier, this Harrier had Quick Strike anyway, so I went to, all right. And I'm going to promote that. Oh, that's too many. And I'm going to pay the one source to keep the swabby. All right. Okay, so now it's back to me. I am going... Here's the question. I'm going to keep Miss Bane at a distance. I don't want him to take hits. He doesn't have a whole lot of health. So I'm going to have the Powder Monkey. Oh, first things first, actually, I'm going to use this Cannonball to launch that way. From Cannon 1. For 1. Alright, so goes here. I'm going to slowly take out Keem there. And so this hits anything. So it can hit flying, it can hit spires, fortress gates. Obviously, it won't hit anything that's unrevealed, so if there's like a landmark there, it will go over. But the moment that landmark is revealed, if it has a health stat and can be attacked, that is what it would hit. Alright, so now I go. Alright, so can't move the Powder Monkey at all. Powder Monkey's attack the Harrier. It's for 1. Alright, now they move. Same thing, Harrier stops there. Joust goes there. Quick Strike. Takes out the Harrier. Oh, I probably should have attacked that Joust then with that. Oh well. Live and learn. Okay. Now one thing is really cool about the Powder Monkey is when the Powder Monkey dies, it actually detonates, dealing additional damage to things around it. So let's see. Exact is when this unit is defeated, all units, spires, and fortress gates adjacent to this unit take 2 damage. Then adjacent spires take an additional 1 damage. So you can really do a lot of work if you get that Powder Monkey in the right place. I think one of the last times I played this, it's like if you can get Powder Monkeys down here to deal multiple damage to spires, fortress gates, to Keem, it can be quite devastating. Alright, so they did all their movement. And the Quick Strike, so then I get to attack with the Air Clipper. For 1. Alright. Go there. I'm thinking about this too much. I don't think I want to reveal that. Alright. So then, the Powder Monkey, attack for 2. Retaliated against for 1, and then will detonate, and so we'll take out the Joust. And that's 2 source. Alright, and so then, unfortunately, I don't get to do anything more with Miss Bane because I don't have any, all my minions are gone, so that ends the wave. Alright, so hopefully I can get Traxtail out there to get those last 2 source capsules. So go ahead and roll the event die. 1, yes! Oh! It's the best one. All right, maximum of 10. Perfect. If to the people who have played other Cloudspire scenarios. There is a trend to usually make the event die be like bad things, and while there are still some that there are still some events that can be bad, like 5 and 6 add a range to Keem. This is one that definitely has. I would say on average you're generally going to get a better thing from the event die than a worse, which is a nice change of pace. It doesn't feel quite as punishing as some of our other scenarios. All right. I think things are looking pretty good so far. Okay. So then I get to add an attack upgrade, or add an upgrade. I'm going to add another attack to that one. All right. So the main thing I want to do here is I want to build lifeboats. So the lifeboat is one of the spires that you have to upgrade in order to purchase. So it's the launch bay for 3 source. 2, 3. So now I can build both shadow skiffs and lifeboats, which I don't have any reason to build a shadow skiff yet, but I definitely want to build a lifeboat. All right. Lifeboats are really nice because they're only 1 source. In fact, I'm almost wondering, because it's 1 source and it only comes with 1 upgrade, so it might actually be, and it has no upgrade like capacity, or sorry, it has 0 dots, so I can't upgrade it further. It only comes with what it has. So I almost wonder if I want to build that in the middle of the wave, because I'd be worried about the enemy destroying it. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm not going to build that yet, but it is only 1 source, so I can still probably get something else. I'm going to get promotion. So promotion for 3 source allows my swabbies. So when it allows my swabbies to be deployed on their promoted side right out of the gate, which is really good because they have, on their promoted side, they have a skill called Embolden, which is if this unit is defeated while grouped, the newly revealed unit may immediately move and attack. This does not count as the newly revealed unit's movement or attack for the turn, which can be quite, like, there are some, I think we might have talked about it when I played Andrew Chesney. We did the Horizon's Wrath Uprising PvP game, because you can get some crazy combos with that, because then if this walks into the fight, dies before it gets a chance to attack, your new unit can then move, attack separately, and then that group still hasn't gotten its official attack yet, so then it can actually attack again. It's wild. All right, so I definitely want that. Then I'm at 1 source, which is perfect, because then I can either save a swabby or build that lifeboat. Okay. Let's see, what do they got? All right, 2 hungers, 2 jousts, but I still have 1 captured, and a royal talon, which is a little nerve-wracking. Go. And then you need to put a promoted swabby on a powder monkey just to absolutely pull your hair out after a Fury Quick Strike from the jousts. Yeah. Yo. I have done that before. That gets really crazy. Alright, so let's see. I believe we updated how... Alright, so with the Hummingers, with Elfin, you may place the number Elfin Kazi on top of this unit at the start of each onslaught phase, or when it's deployed, or when it is deployed if it is in your deployment stack. All right. Which is a change on how we used to have it, I believe. Either just a slight rewording, which is nice. I don't need to worry about that second. So once that hummingbird comes out, I'll put the elfin Kazi on top of it. All right. So for this, I get 9 CP. Oh my gosh, that's so much. All right, well. All right, let's go for it. Okay. So I'm going to do Powder Monkey, Swabby, Powder Monkey, Swabby, and Buccaneer. I'm going to try something wild. We're going to see how this works. All right. So this is going to get really confusing. I'm going to do a Swabby on top of a Powder Monkey, on top of a Swabby, on top of a Powder Monkey. Because they all have the same movement stat, so I don't need to worry about that. So and then that is going to go on top of the Buccaneer. And then I'm going to have Traxtail go on the very top. All right, here we go. Okay. Heirs get to go first. That's 2 movements. 2. All right, and then this Joust is going to go 1, 2, 3. And the Royal Talon. Let's see, here's the choke point, 1, 2, 1, 2. So really either of those works. Okay, I am going to use my cannonball, fire a cannonball at Keem. 1. All right, here we go. So Miss Spain, you're going to slowly make your way back. Ooh, I'm going to go ahead and reveal that then. Because those... All right. Okay. Ooh, yes, this is going to be really good. All right. So still nothing happening as far as attacks go yet. It's 2 roosts, so. Is the Spire Keem is on inactive, or can you choose to hit the Spire? This is addressed in the AI rules. The Spire is not inactive. So the Spire is still active. However, because this Spire does have 1 Elfin. However, as called out in the rules, while Keem is perched there, the talent Elfin does not trigger. So I could still attack the Spire. The reason I am going for Keem instead of the Spire is just because of that 2 attack and 2 range. Well, technically 3. Yeah, because 3 range. So because its base is that, and then it has +1, +2. So it can do a much wider attack. But yes, I could go for the Spire if I prefer. But I'm going to try and take out Keem first if possible. All right, not in range of that. Okay, so I believe I've mentioned in the past how we definitely designed this game to have mechanics you can kind of exploit, especially for solo play. One of my favorite things that I'm about to do now is how your own heroes can't block your minions. If your minions can't move around a hero, they will displace the hero to get through. And that doesn't count as your hero's movement. So the Swabby has nowhere to go. So the Swabby is going to displace with Mistbane to move there. And the Buccaneer has nowhere to go. So the Buccaneer is going to displace with Mistbane. And then I'm going to have Mistbane move. And Traptail's just going to chill for now. Alright. And here's why I'm glad I revealed that. So the Humminger is going to move forward, go there, takes one from Toxic Secretion, and the Elfinkazi also gets to die from Toxic Secretion. Okay, Quick Strike. Alright, with the Air Clipper, I am going to attack oh man, I really shouldn't have had I should have had the Buccaneer go first. Oh no, that Buccaneer is just gonna get destroyed from my powder monkeys. Alright, well, sorry Buccaneer. Okay. Air Clipper, I'm gonna have the Air Clipper go for the Joust. Okay, Humminger. So that means if you kill the Spire and then displace Keem with one of your units, you could find a way to have Keem displaced back into the Air Fortress. Because Keem has flying, which also allows units with flying you're able to displace if you have to move through them. I don't think maybe there's a way. I'd have to think about that. But either way, I don't need to do that. I'd have to look at that further. Let's see. Alright, so attacked the Thorax. Royal Talon's not going to do anything. This one already got its attack. Okay, so Swabby moves there, takes one from Toxic Secretion. Mistbane is going to move back in here. Let's drop that off. Buccaneer. Move Traxtail up slowly. Hopefully I can get through this at some point. Alright, Swabby is going to slap the Humminger for 0 damage. Get attacked back. Spend the 1 source. Okay, this one promotes and then immediately gets to take its turn. Now this group has already gotten its chance to do its basic attack, which was the slap. So this is just because of Emboldened. Alright, for 2, destroy that. It would also get to move, but there's nowhere to move to. Alright. That is my turn. So then back to the heirs. Heirs can't really move anywhere. Have him move there to take that Toxic Secretion. Well, no, because that's not actually closer because he's got flying, so he's going to stay there, I think. So he's got flying, so here's the choke point for him. He's there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I could do that. I'm going to do that. All right. Quick Strike. I get to roll to attack. I'm going to go for the Joust again. No, I'm going... Yeah, I'm going to go for the Joust. Nothing, okay. Alright. Humminger is going to attack this. 2, 2. And it's going to kill that. Alright. this is where I feel so sorry for this Buccaneer, because unless I can get through, but I don't think so. All right. So then it's my turn. Can't move anywhere because of the block, but it's going to have that. Kill that. That's 2 source. And the Buccaneer. Poor Buccaneer. He's just going to get destroyed by this exploding powder monkey. Ooh. I should move. Oh, no, because the joust is going to go first. Okay. All right, so I'm going to keep track still there. All right. It's the joust. Because it is. Go there, and then the Royal Talon's going to fly that way. Okay, quick strike. Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. Nope. Oh, my gosh. All right. This is sort of what I think Mark was talking about. All right, so it's got Eager, which Fury Kick used to do both of these things. We split it out across both Fury Kick and Eager. So now Eager is when this unit attacks a minion, displace the minion prior to dealing damage. So it's gonna displace it, and then Fury Kick, it deals damage to all opposing units it's adjacent to. Only the target retaliates. So it is going to do damage to both the Powder Monkey and the Buccaneer. That's okay. Honestly, this is a far better situation for the Buccaneer than I realized. Buccaneer's going to take 2. Powder Monkey's going to take 2. Explode, which deals 2 damage. 2 damage. That is amazing. All right. And now before the Royal Talon gets to go, I get to roll my Spire. And I'm going to go against the Talon for 1. Okay, now the Talon can kill the Swabby, so it's going to go for the Swabby because of the target priority, which is great. Spend 1 more source to get that Swabby back. Promote the Powder Monkey. And now I get to immediately take a turn, I'll move and attack. So 1, 2, 3. I don't get to explore, though. It's just move and attack. And because it's not my turn. So enemy spires fire on your turn after movement, so those spires don't get to fire. And so I will... Well, I have to hit this because that's the only thing there, but that's okay. All right. Now, this does put me in a tricky situation, though, because I've moved into Keem's attack. So Keem can actually then attack because now I'm in range. All right. But that still went way better than I thought it was going to go. Okay. So now it's back to me. Powder Monkey's going to go first. Where's the best place to be to deal maximum damage? It's there. 2, 3. Buccaneer and Draxtail just sort of stay there. Okay. So that Spire is going to get to go first. Okay. Oh, this is amazing. All right, so I deal 2 damage to everything, so that's loses an upgrade, 2 damage. Now, with Spires, of course, no matter how much damage you deal, they only ever lose a maximum of 1 upgrade unless you have a specific skill. However, so I get 1 source from the Minaret. With Detonate, it deals 2 damage, and then once it deals that first initial 2 damage, it then does a second explosion that only affects Spires, which takes an additional 1 damage. So then I also get to destroy that Spire. 3 source. Not looking so good for Keem. Alright, and then my Buccaneer is going to attack. That's 2 source. Capturing this joust at the start was huge. I I can only imagine how different this would be if they had a second Joust in here. Alright. And Traxdale can't do anything because he's stuck. Alright, so the Royal Talon is going to fly there. I get to attack with a Spire first. Nothing. Ooh. Alright, well, goodbye, Buccaneer. This can kill the Buccaneer, can't kill Traxdale. Darn, that's a real bummer. Okay. Alright, and Keem can't attack anything, so. Alright, Traxdale, you're up. 3. Okay, and then it goes to the Royal Talon. Hopefully I can take it out now. Yep, there we go. It's 4 source. Alright, so things are looking pretty good. I do only have one. Ooh, okay, I say that too soon. Things are looking pretty good. Maybe. I have a lot, because that was the end of wave 3, so things were looking deceptively pretty good. Alright, well, let's roll the last event die. 3. I may immediately fire a cannonball from one of my cannons if it would hit one of my own spires. This does not use your cannonball die. So I will fire the free cannonball from... So I can't use it from one because it has to hit one of my own spires. So I could either hit this one or this one. This one's been doing a lot of work, taking out the minion, so I don't want to hinder that one just yet. So I'm going to fire against the Air Clipper. And if I get a 2, then yay. Hey, that is hardly considered a legal roll, but I'm going to count it. All right. Here we go. Okay. So then add an upgrade. I'll go ahead and add another attack upgrade. Okay. All right. So here's what they get to send out. This is a lot. All right. They're going to send a Wind Rush. Upgraded Joust. Oh, sorry, that was a Hummer. Joust. And then 2 Hummingers. These are unupgraded. And then it's going to be a Joust, Harrier, Harrier, but because I have the other Joust, it's just going to be a Harrier, Harrier. And then an upgraded Royal Talon. In true Cloudspire fashion, the last stack is always so intimidating. Okay. Alright, let's see what I need to build. So I think now I can spend 2 source to purchase a cannonball die, which I definitely want to do at least a few. And if I want to try and get that last hit with the cannonball, though I'm not so sure how I could... Oh, that's going to be tough. Probably should have been more aggressive with cannonballs in the start. Alright, so I'm going to buy at least 2. Might end up buying more. Yeah, I'm not sure if at this point, because there are some other good upgrades, but at this point in the match, I don't think I need them. So I'm going to just spend this all on cannonballs to get 4. All right. Okay, 11 CP. Here we go. Well, that powder monkey thing worked really, really well, so I'm going to do that again. So that's 3, 6. So I have 5 more. I could do a Corsair. Yeah, I'm going to do a Corsair. Oh, actually... Well, I'm actually going to do it. Upgraded glider would be good to get the damage you need to your fortress. Yeah. That's a good point, but I also then have to spend... If I bought Hangar Bay maybe a bit earlier, but then I'd have to spend 6 source to get that, which would be really good to get that, to maybe get like a powder monkey there, but I think I'm going to stick with what I have, but that's probably not a bad idea to try and build around for like a future attempt. But instead of a powder monkey, I'm going to do powder monkey gunner, which is 7, and then another gunner. Oh no, but I'm being indecisive. All right, I'm going with my gut. Powder monkeys again, and a Corsair. This time I'm going to put the Corsair out front. Hopefully I can make good use of Riposte to keep him alive. And Mistbane. I'll put Mistbane out in front as well. I don't care if Mistbane dies. It's the last wave. Alright. Okay, so Razen's Wrath goes first. Well, first things first, I'm going to go here, pick these up. It's a real shame I'm going to be losing Traxtail for this fight, but I think maybe if I had been able to get those just last wave to keep Traxtail in the fight for this one would have been better, but that's the situation. Okay, all right, here we go. At least I'm going to get one objective by getting Traxtail back. And I'm going to fire Cannonball just to take Keem out entirely. Unless I miss. 1. Okay, there we go. Alright, and that's 3 source. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Get the Elfinkazi. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, that really throws things off. Believe it's pronounced Riposte. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know how to pronounce things. All right. I'm gonna keep Traxtail here for now. Maybe I can get a couple hits in before I have to take the lifeboat, which I'm not gonna build until the last second. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna get all 3. I don't know, maybe I can. I don't know. All right. Okay, so Windrush, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next closest, I'm going to say I could really do either. I'm going to do the Harrier. 2, 3, 2. Okay. All right, nothing's in range of anything. Okay. Ooh. Alright, I think I can get a few hits in with Traxtail. I'd totally go for a live wire Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh, that's the orange ones, right? Do they even still make those? No, I didn't think so. Wow, that's a flashback. It's like when they brought back Surge. Also, I tried the new Mountain Dew. There's like a melon one, a watermelon one. Oh, it's so good. This is not sponsored by Mountain Dew, I swear. But it's so good. All right. Okay, so finish up my movement. Go there. Go there. I don't want Miss Bane to get displaced. All right. I'm going to have Track's Tail get 3 hits in on this one.
Just trying to sneak out quiet.
You can't sneak. And that's my turn. Okay. Can't go anywhere. Just gonna move there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Well, here it is. Am I even going to complete one objective? Wait, hold on, wait. Is that further? Okay, so here's the choke point. Is it as ridiculously cold down your way in Minnesota as it up? How cold is it in Winnipeg? It's like minus...
It's currently 7 degrees.
Oh, it's currently 7 degrees. Oh, well, it's 7 degrees here. It was like -4 earlier today. This morning. So I'd be curious to hear what it's like up in Winnipeg. Back to seeing if I completely messed this up or not. Shouldn't your Spire there have fired on them last turn? You were right. You are very, very right about that. Which would have been here. Okay. All right. Maybe this Wind Rush is going to be dead. All right. So I'm taking it back just a little bit. 2. So this would have been before. Oh my gosh. I was distracted by Gilly walking through. I'm going to blame it on him. All right, so this is before I attacked the Wind Rush. So technically this is way back when the Wind Rush was at 5 health. I'm so sorry to all watching. I hope this makes sense. So this is... All right, so yeah, it's rewind time. Okay. We're back there. I rolled the 2 against this. It's that. Track's Tail was there. Then it goes to my turn. I move Track's Tail there. I do this. I do that. I then hit it for 3. In which case... I'm not going to level up. I want that. Hashtag blame Gilly. Yes. I want that reliable 3 attack, and I don't want to lose that upgrade just yet. All right, so I defeat the Wind Rush. It's now a Joust, which might actually be worse. Oh no, this might actually be worse. We're gonna play it out, you know? No one has watched me crash and burn before, so we're gonna see what happens. All right. Okay. All right. That moves there. Okay. Now here's the question: does this move all the way there or not? So it's currently 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away, so it has to make progress. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay, this is it. This is it. Oh, boy. All right. No, thank you. Thank you, Diane. You very much did help. I should never have put Track's Tail in this position. I was too greedy in trying to get some hits. Okay, well, quick strike gets to go for that first. All right, Spire rolls. I'll roll against the Joust, I guess, for 1. All right, well, goodbye, Traxtail. Now, here's an interesting question. Do those, I mean, obviously those can't block, so I assume they just walk over it. I don't think I've had this happen before, but I assume they just walk over it. Because obviously we couldn't have it where they would block those, so yeah. All right. Well, that was sad. Okay. All right, my turn. Oh man, is Miss Bane just gonna... Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. I can maybe still salvage this. All right, so I'm going to have Mistbane go first. He's not going to move. He's going to pick these up instead of attacking. Or wait, no, it's not instead of attacking. It's just I have to then forego my movement. That's important because that's going to let me do this. Then I'm going to have Corsair displace, and then Swabby displace. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. I might still be able to get one objective. At the very least, I can maybe try and just hit their fortress gate for a lot. I'm going to try it. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to... I have to get units down there, but I might as well start rolling for 1. Okay. And thing about hitting enemy fortresses with cannonballs is that it doesn't retaliate. So in the rules, it says that fortress gates always retaliate against when attacked. So that includes like a siege tower. That includes from any range a unit attacking. However, in the description for the cannonballs, it does say that this is not considered an attack. And that's important clarification. So any skills that specifically relate to being attacked, and I believe that would include things like armored. I'd have to recheck and see how that's worded, but I believe that it says when attacked, reduce the damage by 1. So that would not impact this. So it is not attack, so it doesn't trigger the same responses as a normal attack would. All right. Okay, so now I get to attack. As that, which kind of hoping to keep my Corsair alive a bit longer so he could actually use riposte. Yeah, however it's pronounced. I can scroll back up in the comments. I can't find it. Oh well. Riposte? Okay. Swabby can't attack. All right. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Okay. So now they go. None of them can move. Oh, this guy move? Yeah, that's closer. All right. So quick strikes activate first. So that to that. This rotates there. Takes out my Corsair. Takes out this Swabby. This guy then gets to move and attack. Obviously can't move, but oh man, am I even going to be able to get Miss Bane back, or is that Royal Talon going to ruin my day? So I get to attack because it's not a retaliation. That's is emboldened. So take that out. 2 source. So those were the quick strikes. Now my air clipper. Oh, this guy didn't. This guy moved? No, this guy didn't move. Which would have been. Oh my gosh. Okay. That guy was there. The joust was there. So I just forgot to move this guy. Okay. All right. Air clipper. One. All right. Now normal attacks. 2. Elfin Kazis go for heroes in solo, unless otherwise stated. Plus, yeah, it would have been before that. Okay. It's going to attack that. Detonates, dealing 2 damage. Oh boy, okay. I got busy at work and missed the last 10 minutes, coming back to being confused on timing, which makes perfect sense. Yeah, that's doesn't help when I forget about chips. I'm mostly just trying to think of how I'm going to get Mistbane out of there. All right. Okay, movement. Look at 1 movement. Yeah, he's gonna die. Oh boy. Okay. All right, Swabby. Maybe I should just build a spire there to try and. I mean, it's not gonna kill the Royal Talon. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I should have gone with gunners. Yeah, it's... Alright, well, let's play this out still. Alright, so Swabby's going to slap and promote the Powder Monkey. And... because even if I built a lifeboat there and tried to move up, it still wouldn't... I wouldn't be able to get to it in time. Because this Royal Talon's gonna take me out right here. Ah, okay. I still have my tactical strategical maneuver. Yes. However, I can't, for this scenario, I can't reposition my my ship. I can only pull the plank to defeat whatever's there. As far as firing a cannonball, yeah, to pull the plank will not be, yeah. To fire a cannonball, I could fire a cannonball, however, I can only fire it from these 4, which I either hit my own thing, or hit my own guy, or hit the fortress gate. I can only do it on my turn, so I couldn't, like, have the Royal Talon come here, and I shoot before he gets a chance to fire it, or kill Mistbane. So, like, I might still, like, I don't think my fortress gate is gonna get destroyed. It might, actually. But I'm not gonna complete any objectives. Alright. Yeah, because then now they get to go. And so this guy's gonna go there. Quick strike to destroy that. And for 2. And then the Elfin Kaza gets to attack for 1. Blows up. I'll sort that all out. It's all over here. 4. Yeah. No, you know what? I think I am also gonna die. Well, hey, we all get to watch me crash and burn. All right. Well, yep. that's, yeah, because even if let's say I could for one, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to destroy that. So that, I think I can safely call it. That is a bit quicker than originally expecting, but alas. That is, I feel strange now saying that. It's like, oh yeah, this is the first scenario, and then I just got destroyed. But I think I can clearly sort of try and think about where I went wrong. I do think that, as Mark suggested in the comments, a captain always goes down with his ship, yeah. Going off Mark's strategy, so he sort of mentioned using the upgraded glider. So the glider is a flying unit that has 2 range. It has ability called breakneck, which means it must make maximum progress, and it can actually also fly over other chips. It can't land on a chip, but it can fly over, which means it will go over a spire. Anything in order to get as far to its mark as possible. And when you have it upgraded, it actually has transport, which means, and so it still has breakneck. It's got transport, which means if you can put a powder monkey under it or something, or a corsair, and fly it over, you can get and then especially if you can time it with like a swabby back here. Because the thing about swabbies, when they die, they can promote any of your minions on the board. Like, it's not just like one they're grouped on top of, it's not one they're adjacent to, it is any. So if you have a swabby here, and you can strategically get it, and because they only have 1 health on their basic side, it can be pretty easy to get them to time it right. So if you just fly the glider there, glider dies. You have a powder monkey or something, then you get a swabby to die, promote the powder monkey down there, can do a lot of damage. So I think that would be an interesting way to retry this, to sort of go with that approach, go for the glider. I will admit, and I think this is probably one of the reasons why Horizon's Wrath is among my more weaker ones, is I always feel nervous using the glider, because it can sort of end up being a bit of a minimal damage output on its own, but if you invest in it in other ways, you can really use it quite well. And I think, honestly, losing that swabby in Wave 1 was a bigger deal than I realized. Because then in these later waves, I was able to put out 3 units, and I can only upgrade 2 of them. So, a lot to think about. And obviously, also, I could have easily completed that objective, no question, if I just didn't get greedy with Track's Tail and try and get extra damage out. If I had just built a lifeboat like I had planned, sent her back to the ship, 1 objective completed right then. But yeah, so hopefully that was an engaging launch. Obviously not my proudest game, but I had fun, and I hope you had fun watching it. And hopefully this I know it can be very helpful to watch. I know usually when I play through scenarios, it's all about showing you how to, crack that nut, as it were, figure out the puzzle. But I do think there's a lot to learn in watching failures as well. So hopefully you found some stuff to sort of keep in mind, and when your copy arrives, hopefully got some ideas or strategies planned on how to tackle these scenarios. But I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap up. So thanks for tuning in.